The invasion of Poland on September 1, 1939 by Nazi Germany marked the beginning of the deadliest conflict in human history, World War II. But why did Germany, under Adolf Hitler's leadership, choose Poland as its first target? The answer is rooted in a complex web of historical grievances, territorial ambitions, and political manipulations that set the stage for devastation. In this narrative, we'll uncover the chilling motivations behind Germany's attack, the key events that led to the invasion, and the global aftermath that followed. Germany's road to war began with the humiliating Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919 after their defeat in World War I. The treaty stripped Germany of significant territories, including areas that later became part of Poland. One of the most contested regions was the Polish Corridor, a stretch of land that granted Poland access to the Baltic Sea, but split Germany into two parts. The treaty also imposed severe reparations, crushed Germany's economy, and forced the nation to accept full responsibility for the war. This fostered deep resentment and a nationalistic desire for revenge. The German populace longed to reclaim their lost pride and territory. Enter Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler, who rose to power in 1933, used this humiliation to his advantage. He promised to restore Germany to greatness by abolishing the Treaty of Versailles and expanding the nation's territory. His vision included the concept of Lebensraum, or living space, which justified the expansion of German lands into Eastern Europe. To Hitler, Poland was an obstacle that needed to be removed. It wasn't just about territory, it was ideological. The Nazi regime viewed Slavic peoples as inferior and believed Poland had no right to exist as an independent nation. But more practically, Hitler saw Poland as a gateway to further conquest in the East. By 1939, Hitler had already annexed Austria and occupied Czechoslovakia without firing a shot. Emboldened by the lack of significant opposition from Britain and France, he turned his eyes to Poland, confident that the Allies would not intervene. One of the main flashpoints leading to the invasion was the city of Danzig, which is modern-day Gdansk. Danzig was a free city under the protection of the League of Nations, but it was predominantly inhabited by Germans who yearned to be part of Germany again. Hitler demanded that Danzig be returned to Germany and that a railway and highway be built through the Polish corridor to connect East Prussia with the rest of Germany. Poland, however, refused to give in. They feared that appeasing Germany would only lead to further demands, just as it had in Czechoslovakia. For Poland, ceding Danzig would be a betrayal of their sovereignty. Despite attempts at negotiation, it became clear that Hitler wasn't interested in compromise. He wanted Poland, all of it. In a shocking turn of events, Germany signed a non-aggression pact with its ideological enemy, the Soviet Union, on August 23, 1939. This agreement, known as the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, stunned the world. The pact included a secret protocol. Germany and the Soviet Union agreed to divide Eastern Europe into spheres of influence, with Poland being split between them. This pact was pivotal. It gave Hitler the confidence that the Soviet Union would not intervene when Germany invaded Poland. In return, the Soviet Union would gain control of the eastern half of Poland and the Baltic states. To justify the invasion, Hitler needed a pretext that would make Germany appear as the victim rather than the aggressor. On August 31, 1939, the Nazis staged a false flag operation known as the Gleiwitz Incident. SS operatives dressed in Polish uniforms attacked a German radio station near the Polish border and broadcasted anti-German messages. The Nazis even went as far as to kill prisoners from concentration camps and dress their bodies in Polish military uniforms to make the attack look authentic. The next day, Hitler declared that Germany had no choice but to defend itself from Polish aggression. In reality, the invasion had been meticulously planned for months. On September 1, 1939, German forces launched their infamous Blitzkrieg strategy against Poland. This involved a coordinated assault of tanks, aircraft, and infantry designed to overwhelm the enemy with speed and firepower. The Polish military, though brave, was ill-equipped to withstand this new form of warfare. Within days, German forces had advanced deep into Polish territory, bombing cities and infrastructure relentlessly. Warsaw, the Polish capital, became a symbol of defiance as it held out under siege for weeks despite relentless bombing. On September 17, 1939, the Soviet Union invaded Poland from the east, fulfilling their part of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Caught between two powerful armies, Poland's fate was sealed. Despite the bravery of the Polish resistance, their defeat was inevitable. By early October, the country was fully occupied by Germany and the Soviet Union. Poland had been carved up and erased from the map. Britain and France, who had promised to protect Poland, declared war on Germany on September 3, 1939. However, their response was limited to declarations and defensive measures rather than immediate military intervention. This period, known as the Phony War, saw little direct combat between the Allies and Germany until 1940. Meanwhile, Poland endured the horrors of occupation. The invasion of Poland was the first step in Hitler's plan for world domination. It exposed the brutal nature of the Nazi regime and the devastating impact of modern warfare. For Poland, the consequences were catastrophic. Millions of Polish citizens, including Jews, were murdered during the occupation. The country's cultural heritage was looted and its cities were reduced to rubble. Yet Poland's spirit remained unbroken. The Polish government in exile continued to fight alongside the Allies, and Polish resistance movements carried out acts of sabotage and espionage throughout the war. Germany's attack on Poland was not an isolated event but the culmination of years of ambition, resentment, and ideological fervor. It was a tragic reminder of how unchecked nationalism and expansionism can lead to unimaginable suffering. By understanding why Germany invaded Poland, we not only honor the memory of those who lived through these dark times but also learn valuable lessons about the importance of standing against aggression and protecting the sovereignty of nations. This pivotal moment in history remains a symbol of resilience, resistance, and the high cost of war.